God didn't change his promise. He was still there for them. I want to know that God. I want to know his mind. I want to know his nature. I'm falling in love with him every time I read that book. The more I see his love, the more I want to love him. Life has no meaning without knowing Jesus. I was born and you were born. Our parents made the decision without knowing that we were born for one reason, not to know them, but to know the Lord. The whole reason for life is to know one person, Jesus. That's it. Yeah, mom, dad brought me into the world. Thank God for that, but they're gone now. They're not my mom and my dad anymore. You say, how's that? They're not. The Bible is clear. When my mom and my father forsake me, meaning when they die, the Lord will raise me and take me up. And David said, who do I have in heaven but you, Lord? Not mommy and daddy and papa and mama and grandma. I'm not going to go to heaven to see my mom and my dad. I'm going to heaven to see Jesus. They'll be there with me, but I'm going for him, not for them. Are you listening? The more you read the Bible, the more that love in you just like blows up like a volcano inside of you. And it secures you from the devils of hell tomorrow. Look, hell is real, and I don't want you going there. Did you hear me? Not only does the Bible tell us hell is real, I've seen it. Did I ever tell you that? How many have heard me tell about that? How many have not? Put your hands up high. I want to shake you. I stood in my bedroom one day and I looked up. I said, Dear Jesus, this was April of '74. Dear Jesus, why are you doing all this in my life? And I was having the most amazing experiences that you could ever dream. A human being appeared in my room, as real as I see that girl right there. On fire, lit up, flames coming out of his body. And he wasn't even touching the floor. And he was making a sound I can still hear, gnashing his teeth just like Jesus said. I began screaming, no, 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 no. And nobody heard me, and our house is a small place. I was amazed. My mom and my dad didn't come running up to say, what's wrong with you? Nobody heard me. And I heard a massive voice from all around me say, preach the gospel. As I'm screaming, no, no, no. Because I was so frightened. That night I have a dream. Before God, I'm telling you the truth. I see an angel. He looks and said, come with me. Suddenly I'm with him, and he suddenly has a chain in his hand, golden chain. I look up, it's attached to the sky, looks like a massive door. He swings it open, and I see people everywhere, as far as the eye can see. He says again, come with me, and now we're on top of that crowd looking down. And I see crowds, masses walking towards this valley. I look in shock. I see this massive valley with liquid fire shooting out of it. And then to my horror, I see people in it. Their faces coming in, going out, coming in, going out. All of them making the same sounds with their teeth. And I heard a voice, preach the gospel. If you do not, everyone that falls is your responsibility. And I woke up shaken. I said, Lord, if this is you talking to me, have Pastor Jim tonight tell me that. Jim McAllister was my pastor back then in Canada. And I would go every Sunday night and Sunday morning to different churches. So that was on Saturday night. Sunday morning, I am at Pastor Jim McAllister. Sunday night at Maxwell White's. And I said, please tell Pastor Jim to tell me that I know this is you. A guest speaker that night is there instead of the pastor who was sitting back behind him. And the guest speaker looks and says, I can't preach till I say something to someone sitting right there. It was my face. Word for word. If you don't preach, every soul that will fall, that falls is your responsibility. And I froze. Then I knew I had to preach the gospel. Why you think I've been preaching it since I've been 21 years old? Hell is real, and I don't want you one of those faces going in and out of the fire. God's word will keep you out of it. And believe me, it's real. Be glad you're alive tonight to still make a decision not to go there. Because anyone who goes there, there's no way out. No way out. I heard of two preachers. One of them was a healing evangelist that I knew personally. When he died, he was screaming, they're coming to get me, they're coming. And he was frightened. Demons were coming to get him. Well, I've seen saints pass. Well, one of them was my mom. The joy of the Lord on her face. She was worshiping. I have it on my phone. My precious girl was there. My mom was worshiping with tears in our eyes as she's worshiping Jesus before she gave her last breath. What a beautiful way to go home. Let me tell you something. Heaven is real. And since heaven is real, hell is real. And yes, there is a hell. And I don't want you going there. And you that don't know the Bible, you're in danger that your soul may be sifted away like this from you.